If you're new to NFTs or someone looking to branch out a little bit more, it's important to get your bearings with what you actually want to do. This is why today I'm going to take you through my process on how to find some NFT projects or what you should maybe look out for before you actually start investing. Let's get into it. Welcome in everyone, my name is Andy and I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to come and watch this video on the channel. Just before we get started, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research with everything you're doing. This is just from my experience. Let's dive right into it then. Rarity.Tools is one of the best things that you can use for not only upcoming projects, but also the projects that have already dropped and you want to get into. So if we go into looking at upcoming projects, you can see what is going to be released and what's going to be happening. You can see that yesterday's sales, Galaxy Eggs just became a part, Mini Monkey Mafia and DraftKings Tony Hawk all became a part of it yesterday. You can see that ones are happening today and the ones that are happening in the future. And this is a great way to just understand what the price is going to be, how many there's going to be, their Discord, their Twitter, their website, and you'll be able to look at different things that we're going to cover today. But Rarity.Tools is a fantastic way of actually finding some things that you might like and what is actually coming out, because some are going to stand out here, some are going to be a little bit different, and they even cover the Solana network, so you'll be able to see some of those that are actually being released as well, which is great. Rarity.Tools has been the best way for me to find some upcoming projects, as well as meeting some other people in the community who talk about some projects, and you'll be able to find some things that are maybe not even known by the public yet. It's one of the best ways to get in the Discord, to see their Twitter, to see their website before they're even released. Now, what this is also great for, if the project has released and the NFTs have actually been uncovered, you can see the rarity of each NFT that is actually there. So in the ID section, if you just type in 2222, you can see what that rarity rank is, see the lowest price of what each property this NFT has. Now this is the crypto dads, so you can see that eyes are blanked and the cheapest for that is 0.97 Ethereum. So you'll know that's the cheapest for that specific property with it. This is a really good way if you're on OpenSea and you're looking at different things to try to find a rarity that's a little bit different to the rest and you're getting a good deal on it. And you're going to be able to pick up something at floor price and more likely going to be able to sell it for more, even if you were to sell it right there and then. But for future investments, this can be really good to pick one up for a good rarity and find it easily on here. And this is something I always do whenever I'm looking to buy a project, especially at the floor and after it's been released, because then I can see, okay, am I getting a good rarity rank here? Is this something that could potentially be worth more right now in case it does go down in price? So that means it levels itself off. Rarity.Tools is the best way to do it, and the link will be down in the description for it for you to check out yourself. Next one is the Discord community. It comes with Rarity.Tools, which is fantastic because you can click on the Discord and the Twitter and you can join them right away. Now, the Discord community is really important as most NFT projects are starting their own Discords, and that's where most are held. And this is something that I always try to look for, and it's the engagement and the type of engagement. Because sometimes when it's solely about the money that is trying to be made back, the conversations that you see in there are solely about the price and what it's going to be at and how they're going to make their money. And it's just not that of an organic conversation. Two really good examples for me were the Sevens and Crypto Dads. Both of those communities were extremely active before, during, and after the drop had happened. And a lot of people still back them today, filled with genuine people looking to help one another and actually make friendships, all whilst making some money on the side. There's absolutely nothing wrong with discussing that. But the conversations that they do have is genuine quality engagement, and that is something that you look for in a community. That's something you want to see in a community, and you want to be a part of that. Because when you feel obligated to be a part of the conversation, then that makes you want to stick around. And by creating a community like that, it's important to see for anything you're investing in that people genuinely believe in the project over the long run, and this is going to be something that they want to keep and they want to show off in the future. This also comes to the devs or the owners or the creators and the artists that are a part of that. The people who are genuinely making the stuff. Are they active? Are they answering questions? Are they there to help in any way that they can? This is important for the community as they need transparency with what they're actually putting their money into. Yes, at the end of the day, they're still getting an NFT for what they're buying, but they're investors in another way. What are they doing to improve? What are they doing to answer questions that the public have? How are they being transparent with maybe some of the issues that they're getting? Some of the Discord communities that I've been a part of, a lot of them haven't been transparent and are really slow to getting the information that people genuinely need before investing in their company. So it's important when you're looking for what to invest in, what are their engagement like and what is the community genuinely like? Is it only about the floor price? Are they talking about making friendships, how they're moving forward in the future and more? This also leads me on to social media, and more so Twitter, as that's That's what I feel most of them are using right now to reach the masses, as I feel most of the crypto people are on Twitter and using that. Reddit is probably a part of that as well, but I don't really use Reddit, so I don't have a good understanding to it. But the example I'm going to continue to use is CryptoDads, purely because they have sort of just released, but they've been up and coming for quite a while now, and they have 24,900 followers on their account. And it's important to look at the tweets that they make, the engagement that they have with their community, and the comments that they also have related to CryptoDads itself. CryptoDads done things a little bit differently, and it was something I didn't really like at the start, but I thought it was genius after I truly thought about it. CryptoDads retweeted a lot of their own sort of collectors' tweets. You know, you can see here they're obviously doing it now because they're showing off of it, and I thought it might get a little bit cluttered when it comes to social media in general in the first place. But then I thought about it and how it actually works to build your community even better, because every single person that's backing that sees that the CryptoDads official Twitter is retweeting their own content, which brings them in even further to the community. The engagement that they're creating is through the engagement that people are solely doing dedicated towards CryptoDads, meaning they're already engaging with their community and already bringing in new people. Of course, this can be a little bit cluttered for someone coming in for the first time and they're looking down and they're trying to find information about the dads and everything like that. But in hindsight, they're already seeing as soon as they come onto this community that, wow, they have got a community who is backing them. That's something I'm not seeing a lot of the projects do. Some have dabbled into it a little bit here and there, you know, liking some stuff, replying to some stuff. The dads have just went full in, retweeting everything that they can that people talk about the dads. I mean, they've even tweeted Dads Unite and they've retweeted that. Now, of course, it's from West Coast Customs and it's an official one, but even from someone who's not verified, they're still retweeting and supporting the community, which is bringing everyone together. This is a way that a community is truly built. And by doing that, you're able to see, okay, they actually enjoy the community engagement and are a part of the conversation, not just hiding away, taking the money and then leaving. Next up, I look at the roadmap. The two things that I've really been doing is seeing how they're going to reward people who are going to hold for the long term, because no real investment is going to pay you off right away. You know, the real winners are the people who held the CryptoPunks, or people who held the Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, people who held the first ever comic books in the world. That was the people who won truly. And rewarding your investors for holding your own asset is something that is essential to me, especially in a roadmap. Most of the projects right now are just saying we're going to be added to the metaverse. But to me, that's just another scapegoat of saying we can add additional things. It's not really something that sparks my interest anymore. What I want to see is how they're actually going to move forward with their own business in the future, and also how they're going to reward people holding and investing in their business for the future. And this is a really important thing for me personally, because I want to be rewarded for being an investor in that company. I want to be rewarded for being an investor in this NFT project. I'm here for the long run if you're here for the long run. And that's how I like to sort of work it out in terms of the roadmap. What are they really doing to reward you for doing so? And what are they doing for their own company to make sure that they're lasting over a lifetime, not just someone who's going to make the money and then disappear for the rest of the time? Of course, some projects that they do make one and that's it and they don't reward them in any way do work exceptionally well, and that's great. But for me, for someone who doesn't have all the money in the world to invest in whatever they want, this is an important aspect to me, as I'm able to grow my portfolio whilst also supporting a company that I genuinely believe in, as I'm an investor in that project. You might have different opinions. I'd love to hear your opinions down below in the comments. I'd love to learn as much as I possibly can, and if you think a little bit differently in that format. And the final thing I'm going to talk about today, and this was when I was talking with one of my close friends who's also in the NFT space, and about diving into the community. Now, he told me that as soon as he gets into the community, he dives right into it, having conversations left and right, getting to know people, getting to know the devs, the creators, the artists, and all that sort of stuff. And I told him that my strategy is completely different. I often join the community that I'm excited about and then watch on the sidelines. I don't get involved in conversations. I like and share some of the things on Twitter and social media and see their Discord, and I react to their announcements and all that sort of stuff. But I don't get involved right away, because the analogy that I used was, if you're a football player or any type of player and you're on the park right there and then, you can't always see everything that's going on. There's usually a blind side that you have. If you turn into a player when you get the ball and the player's right on you, then you've lost the ball right there and then. But if you're someone who's watching on the sidelines, you can often see that player coming before the person who's in the field can see the person coming at them. Therefore, you have a clearer and better and more logical view of what's actually going on. And this is why I stay on the sidelines before actually diving in and getting into the game, because then I can see how the community really works from a logical perspective rather than an emotional one once you've made some friends, once you've dove into the community and actually be a part of that. I then know if I'm genuinely diving in after I've watched on the sidelines and see that it's a good project, that I'm not getting in purely from my emotions, because I do believe in what they're actually doing. These are just some of the things I look for when it comes to a project, and I hope that this can give an overview of what you can start to look for if you're just getting started, or if you're just wanting to learn a little bit more with what you want to do. But if this is something you'd like to see more of, then be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I'd love for you to be a part of this community, and I know the video on the screen right now will be something you'll love to watch as well. Have a fantastic day.